Are there any shocking truths to unveil with these recent spate of plane crashes in America? I don't know. I'm going to take a deep dive and look using the cards and my intuition. For joining me, my name is Trish. If you're new to my channel, I am a psychic, intuitive card creator. I have been working with spirit since 1989, and I've been creating oracle decks to communicate with my spirit team since 2009. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and if you have any questions about things you'd like me to read on, I'd love to hear what they are. If you are a regular here and you're joining me again, thank you so much. These type of videos are your questions. This question has come from a comment that I received yesterday saying, please look into the plane disasters in America and the health issues. Because I've been getting them in my recent reads. From around about November last year, I keep getting the military plane card. I do not have a helicopter, so we're talking about military air transport. And I've been getting things around the health industry as well. Now, I also had a dream, I think it might have been late November, and I did post in one of my videos. I had a dream about planes being very significant, and I think I said plural. I was talking about planes and certain people and families getting onto these planes is what I was saying, and that would become significant in the news. It was on one of those prediction readings, perhaps a December one. I also mentioned, because it kept coming up in all of the American readings, this military plane card. Now, the military plane card has been appearing in quite a lot of the American readings. It was one of the recent prediction readings. Now, I don't remember if it was the December or the January one. I will put it in the comments when I go back through. I did look at it this morning, but I've forgotten, because I looked at a few of them trying to find where they were, and I forgot to put it in. But I will have a look, and I'll attach that to the community page, I think, like I have been doing. Now, what's going on here is that, and I did say it in the video, I keep getting this appearance from this military plane card, and I couldn't quite put my finger on why it keeps appearing since November last year. And now all of a sudden we're having all of these plane issues in America. Now, I do feel somehow in my mind, I like to question everything. Things that happen, I think, is there something behind this? And I was thinking, is it somehow connected to the incidents that happened in January 1. So that will be one of my questions. One of my questions will also be if this is the event that my cards have been talking about when they keep presenting this military plane card, and also the dream that I had around the family, a person and their family being put on a plane. So is there any significance to the passengers on the plane? Was there somebody really significant on one of these flights that went down? Was it related to a person and their family being on the plane, as in, was it targeted? So these are some of the questions that I have in my mind. I know you have a lot more questions. I love your questions. If you want to pop them in the comments, I'm always happy to looking for readings to do. Sometimes I run out of ideas. So happy to read the comments and read on anything or any questions that you have, because I love your questions. Let's get into this reading. Let's ask those couple of questions and see if we can uncover any hidden truths behind these plane disasters. Now, I'm reading with my predictions oracle today and my investigation oracle as well. Investigation oracle will show if there's any wrongdoing or misdeeds going on here. Prediction will show us all of the commercial airlines and that kind of things coming up here. Now, this one is currently out of stock. I do apologize. I ordered and didn't expect it to run out as quickly as it did, and I am expecting that to be back in stock this week. Okay, first of all, I think I might delve into the first crash with the Black Hawk helicopter. So I want to really delve into that one because it has the military connotations, and that's kind of what I've been getting in the cards recently. So that's the one I want to delve in mostly, and we'll have a look to see if there is anything untoward or anything suspicious, any kind of suspicious activity going on with this, or was it just a plane disaster? Once again, we've got a couple of cards from the new cards that I've ordered. Now I am having a couple of issues with them just securing the best postage options for those, so they will be available soon. I do apologize for letting you know early about those one before I had all the back end part ready for those. Actually, there's 3 new cards that have come out. Now these are the cards that I designed at the beginning of this year, thinking that these are going to be the significant things that are going to be happening for 2025, and it's strange because they appear in all the new readings. It's like they came through as to what's going to be relevant for 2025. So first of all, we've got something somehow connected to political. We've got the political shift that's going on. So maybe the plane, now I don't know, this could be a little woo-woo, this could be a little bit conspiracy, but I'm only reading to you what is on the table. I'm talking plane disasters. I was talking specifically with this one about the Washington DC crash with the helicopter, the Black Hawk military helicopter or helicopter aircraft. Now it says a political shift, so it's somehow connected to politics. Now that's interesting. I think I might have to delve a little bit deeper into that one. A well-known passing. This is kind of giving me the feeling of somebody significant on that aircraft. Somebody, now maybe it may not come up in the news who this person was. Maybe this person's not a mainstream news, but somebody quite significant on that plane. It says a well-known passing, and we are talking about that air disaster in Washington. So I feel there was somebody that was very significant on that plane. Now I did, as I said in the dreams, I was being shown, or I was dreaming that I was talking and telling people about something happening with a plane and a person and their family being put on a plane. That's the premonition dream that I was having back in, I believe I had that dream in December for the January predictions, but it could have been November for the December predictions. Okay, down the bottom, we've got an economic challenge. Okay, now economic challenge, I would say would be just issues around aircrafts because of economics. So therefore there's issues with paying staff, having enough staff to service the equipment properly, and just general maintenance on aircraft. So some of these actual plane disasters could be related. Now I'm thinking, was there one in San Francisco and one in Houston? Something about a tire maybe, or running off a runway. Now these kind of things I feel are more likely to be related to economic challenges, so with maintenance of the planes or the age of the plane. So that's where I feel this card is relevant. Now I am talking, and I did ask specifically about the Washington disaster with the Black Hawk helicopter, and we've got the economic challenges. So it could be indicating to us that there's issues around engine failure or maintenance issues with that plane. But somebody on that plane was prominent or significant, and there's something even political. It may have even been a political motive with that passenger, that passing there, because it says a well-known passing, or a passing with political intentions or political. Okay, let me try and bring this word in. So it's a political energy of a person on this plane. Now it is Washington, so it could be related to travel, someone in and out of the White House. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but this is what the cards are showing here. And I am feeling it's saying political, and we're talking Washington, so there's got to be a connection there. There has to be. I mean, it's on the cards, so that there has to be something in that. Now, whether we'll ever find out if that's the case, I'm not sure. Now, downgraded. Okay, downgraded is indicating that they have there will be downgrading this disaster, saying that it is engine failure, maintenance, even though there may have been something in it. Okay, because down here we've got a hostile card, which is betrayed or backstabbed. So somebody political, with political sway or political narrative or reasoning, or there's something around somebody that maybe was coming in to do some political work with political sway or political influence is probably the better word that I'm looking for here. Somebody coming in to do this, or somebody that had done this and was exiting. I don't know if the plane was coming in or going out, I'm not too sure, but it's saying a backstabbing or a betrayal has occurred with this disaster. They're really interesting, but the whole thing is going to be downgraded down to engine problem or maintenance issues, economic challenges because of plane maintenance, where there'll be a downgrade because of that. So that actually could just be giving us the excuse or the reason. But what we can see when I'm asking to uncover hidden truths around this, they're showing something here was politically focused or politically aimed. There was somebody on there that was very significant, a passenger that passed that was significant, and they may have been backstabbed or betrayed, or they may have been the person that had done some backstabbing or betrayal, and then they pass on an airplane. Interesting. So let's read a little bit further with these. Let's bring in some of the other airlines, some of the other disasters that's been happening. There's been quite a lot in the last 4 weeks. Okay, is there anything you want to tell us about as a whole, the industry of the American airlines or the plane disasters around in America that's been going on? Is there any connection between them all? No, I'll take that, and we won't go any further with that. They're not all connected. They're not all some giant conspiracy where all of these planes are happening for a conspiracy reason. There may not even be connections between all of these events or disasters that's happening with the airlines at the moment. Straight up no was the question. Let me show you that. No. Okay, and when I get a yes or a no, I will always, so no scandal. No scandal. Interesting. Okay, now, which I'm going into a little bit of scandal here. I thought maybe there was some connection between how we had the January 1st situations where there were military people or people of American-born people that were involved in those disasters that happened in January, which is the Bourbon Street one, and the other one was, I'm not sure where that second one was, but yeah, these were military people that were involved in this. And then we have this Black Hawk helicopter, and we have Trump saying something fishy going on here because that plane could have went up, it could have went down, but it just kept going straight for this airline. So here, this is where I'm going a little bit deeper. Is there a connection between the military situations or people that were involved in the events of January 1st and this Black Hawk helicopter military person? Is there any connection there? Okay, now I kept trying to pull cards then, and this is all they gave me. So this is the answer here, and this is what they want to read. So let me just have a little skim through this big pile that fell out, just so I can let you know. We're talking about the wreckage or disaster. So yes, they are plane crash, plane disasters, heavy burdens. Yes. Is there a connection between the first event or the event in January and this plane disaster? Well, there is a connection. It's military. So there were military people involved in the January attacks. We've got a surprise attack here. And then this is a military aircraft. Just let you know what these are. Some of these cards actually come up in the predictions. Explosive situation. Big city, revived. Okay, so when they fall out in a big clump like that, not all of the cards are relevant, but some of them are relevant, and I do feel that one's relevant. The disaster or wreckage is relevant here. Maybe somebody was carrying heavy burdens. I don't think the aircraft was heavy. I don't think that's it. Yes is significant. I think the other one that is significant is the explosive situation, the big city, and that one, I'm not quite sure about that one, if that one is relevant. It's not a no, but there is something important about that card there. So let's get into the cards anyway that they want me to read. So this is the ones they wouldn't let me pull any more cards. So let's take a look and let's delve into this energy. Now, first of all, I'm noticing we've got this big red flag. We've got this false flag card right here. So this event and the events from January, because we're looking for connections here. Part of the connections here being a false flag operation. Okay, so which makes it feel like it was done on purpose. Now, I'm only at the moment talking about the Washington one with the Black Hawk helicopter and the January 1st event, the Bourbon Street event. So the attacks that took place there, because we do have the attack cards on the table as well. Now, I am not talking about the other planes because they did tell me no, they're not all connected. It's not all connected. But here we're talking about some kind of, they call it false flag operation. So somehow this is connected. If the card's on the table, it has relevance. Now, they also wouldn't let me pull any more cards as well. So these are the cards they're saying that are very important here. Again, backstabbing or betrayal. So there is a backstabbing or betrayal. Does this mean that the military has felt betrayed? Does this feel certain people in the military, like a segment of the military, feels betrayed in some way? So, becoming hostile, because this is a card that I gave me the hostile vibes, and therefore results in the Bourbon Street. Now, I don't even know if there's more to that Bourbon Street one, and like this is what I'm getting now. Like, I mean, it might not just be as straightforward as a military person that has hostile intent or feels betrayed and therefore wants to exact some kind of revenge or make a statement. I feel maybe there may be even a little more to that, more behind that. So it may not even be, it could be a little bit more red flag based than that. So, or false flag based than that when we're talking about that Bourbon Street one as well, and the Trump Towers was the other one, now that I think about it. And this could even be where I saw the military playing card in that Trump Tower reading. Maybe it was one of the ones. I'm going to put the link anyway in the comments so I don't go off on too much of a tangent. So anyway, here it's saying that a very relevant card here is a feeling of backstabbing or betrayal, or somebody has been betrayed, somebody felt betrayed and did that, or somebody is betraying somebody else by doing this. I don't understand what that means. I'm just telling you what the cards are here and giving you any feelings or any insights that I'm picking up. Disclosure. Was somebody coming out with some kind of information? Wanting to release some kind of information. You were showing me something political, some kind of political base, because I'm going back to the original reading now. Some kind of political thing here going on with this plane crash, and somebody now wanting to disclose some kind of information, and then the plane comes down. False flag or red flag. So red flag, I do feel is, I'm not talking about where we're talking fires and the red flag. I'm talking more like red flag, warning alarms going off. There's something here that's not right. So, but also false flag event, as in something that was arranged for a reason. I know that false flag means other things. I know that it means, some events that happen that don't really happen. I do know that, but I don't feel that meaning is relevant here because the event happened. There was a plane crash. It was clear. So I don't think that applies. I don't think it applies to the Bourbon Street either, because that happened as well. Okay, public life disclosure. Okay, somebody was bringing something to the public and about to disclose some kind of information. This would have related to a political shift or some kind of political information. Okay, what I'm picking up on now, what they're showing me is something politically done that was trying to be kept under wraps or hidden here. Somebody had that information and was threatening to disclose it or about to disclose it to the public, and then a plane goes down in Washington. Then the surprise attack, the explosion. false flag. These you've got to admit, these are really very interesting cards given the topic that we're talking on. Do you have any other questions around that? Do you have a question relating to this spread? What's your thoughts on what this means for this, specifically this Black Hawk helicopter in Washington, hitting the plane in Washington? That's the one I feel it's related to. Very, very interesting. Okay, so final pull, just see if there's anything else that you want to uncover, any truths that you want to reveal here that we do not know. So anything about this situation with this Black Hawk helicopter, this is the one I'm focusing on because I feel it's unconnected to the other ones, but this one is the one that's very significant. It's the one that's showing the cards on the table. So is there anything that you want to uncover? I bet you want to know what kind of information was going to be disclosed to the public. That's what I would want to know. So what if we see if we can get some kind of clues from the cards? Okay. What information was about to be? What was the information about that they were somebody wanted to disclose? Okay, so it was pretty heavy burden. Somebody had some heavy burdens they were carrying. They knew information, and that information was too heavy to carry alone. They wanted to share the burden. They wanted to unload the burden and release the information to the public. Now, something here around a cyber attack. Maybe this person retrieved this information through the dark web. Maybe they weren't an insider. Maybe they were a person that came across some kind of information through a cyber attack, through a hacking scandal of some sort. Now they'd probably keep this under wraps. And I am asking for deep, dark truths here. So this is what they're saying. Now, food shortage, I'm not sure how this fits. Let me pull another card on that one there. I don't actually feel it's connected to food shortage. Maybe it is. Maybe it's connected to food in some way. Okay. And we've also, the other card that's on the table is the uprising or rebellion. So maybe there is a segment of the military, as I said before. Maybe there's a segment of people that have been, I don't know if it's brainwashed or somehow involved in some kind of computer activity or some group, online. Maybe it's the dark web. Maybe that's where they're getting their information. Maybe this is what's causing certain military people to act a certain way and feel they have to step up and do something about it. Maybe what they've uncovered is heavy and they feel they have to do something about it. They feel like they have to cause a rebellion in some way. They have to actually do something to get noticed, is what I'm feeling with that. Now, it does feel to be a group. It feels to be, I don't want to say terrorist cell. Maybe it is because that's what I'm hearing, but maybe it's not that. But maybe it feels like that. Maybe it feels like a segment of in people sharing information. That's what I'm getting now. So people sharing information, it's a certain segment of people, but they feel the information they've come across is quite heavy information. Maybe they were using this towards Washington. Maybe they were looking to bribe. Maybe they were looking to reveal. Maybe they were looking to share it or unload their burdens. Who knows? But betrayal took place. A plane went down. So in very, very interesting here. Political shift. Again, we have the same cards. The same cards keep coming out. It is politically minded, politically influenced, related to political issues, related to things that have gone on politically, that somebody had access to or information about, whether they're a whistleblower, whether they're somebody that's come across the information on the dark web. I don't know. But this is the cards on the table. Really interesting cards here. Just on the bottom of the deck is outage, darkness. I'll just let you know. And planned outcome underneath that. Very interesting. I'm going to do one final pull just with the investigation oracle, just to see if there's anything that is relevant to come out for this topic. We're talking about the Washington DC plane crash involving the Black Hawk helicopter. Okay, the cards that are appearing here is that there was accomplice had help. I feel like this is related, as I said, to like a group of people. So it's not just one person. It's related somehow to a group of people, a group of people with an agenda, with a plan. You can see they're playing chess, which means strategy. And here is about what is going on behind closed doors. So wanting to reveal what is going on behind closed doors. Family connection brings up 2 points for me. Firstly being where I had the dream that said family, the dream that said people, a certain person and family were on that plane. That was significant. But also I want to just say that family also means, it can mean fraternity, it can mean ring, it can mean group of like-minded people. So family is not just blood relatives. Family is your people, your congregation, your fraternity, your group, your cell, I'm just running off a few words here to get the right word, but it's it's a certain group of people. So again, I think that's what that card is indicating to me. So those 2 points, and running out of time. So this is a time sensitive matter, whatever this is. Now maybe they were worried about certain information that was going to be released. Maybe this is what it is. Maybe it's certain political information that was about to be released, and they're somehow trying to put a stop to that because it's time sensitive. They don't have time to they had to take action. They had to do what they had to do with the Bourbon Street, with the Trump Towers, and then with the Washington DC plane. I feel there's a connection between these. The card, yes, did come out for the connection between these. So I feel it is a time sensitive matter. Somebody is about, whether that's Donald Trump about to release information and somebody trying to put a stop to it, or somebody else on that plane was going to release information. Politically minded, politically influenced, about political information, but it's time sensitive. They're worried about certain information getting out here. Really interesting cards. So let me know what you think. Has this raised any further questions for you? Don't forget to give me a like, and thank you so much for watching.